If you ain't got no loot, if you ain't got no
Flavor
loot,
Flav, baby. From 1998 to 2000, you know what I'm saying? Sliding through the molecules of wetness like a slippery eel through seaweed. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't playing, it's all in the message that I'm relaying. Yo, check 1, 2, baby. Now let me tell you about this girl whenever she walks.
What's going on, YouTube, social media world? It's your boy AnonymousBased, and I'm biggity back with a new reaction video. This time I'm here with something brand new from It's Complicated. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section. So, we are here with something brand new from It's Complicated. Shout out to you once again, brother. And the name of this video is called Solution is Prostitution. Rules of Modern Dating and Understanding Women. Alright? Let's go ahead and get it. Yeah, we're going to see how crazy this one gets.
Why are there so many women today who say they don't need a man?
I mean, because if they want to go 50-50 on things, I just don't need them.
Because there's a lot of bum-ass men out in the world who don't do enough, so us women can supply for ourselves now.
Because they're feminists and they like to be feminists.
If a man has friends, doesn't want kids, hires a maid and hires a prostitute, why would a man need a woman?
I don't know how to answer this question.
Because of human connection, of meaningful connection, to correct myself. Just, there's nothing that replaces the authenticity of a partnership.
Right, there you go.
Men need women in a sense because...
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The septum piercing has made another return. What did I always say about the septum piercings? Red flag. Something wrong with them. But I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt just this one time to see if she going to make sense or if she going to say something nonsensical. I'm leaning more towards her saying something nonsensical, but I'm going to chill.
You know, I don't know, like, they need our love. You know what I mean?
True. You can't really get true intimacy with a prostitute. You can bust a nut, but that's about it.
Why do women proudly chant, "Pussy runs the world," but then also complain guys only want sex?
I don't know why they complain about that, but pussy definitely runs the world.
Yo. That is a great question. Hold on, let me bring that back.
Why do women
intimacy with a prostitute?
That was an amazing
you can bust
question,
a nut,
man.
but that's about it.
Why do women proudly chant, "Pussy runs the world," but then also complain guys only want sex?
I don't know why they complain about that, but pussy definitely runs the world. You can make a man do a lot of things.
Does pussy actually run the world, or does it just control the men who built and maintain the world?
You know what? I feel attacked by that.
Gotcha, bitch!
Because men cannot live without sex. And it really does run the world.
I think it only controls weak men. I don't think
At Palladium Hotel Group, we have it all.
Here we
Beach,
go with
leisure,
these
culture,
ads.
cuisine. It's time to fall in love with our hotels. It's time for the best beaches in Cancun, Vallarta, and the Riviera Maya.
he runs any strong men. In fact, the men that rule the world, he bends for them. You know what I mean? They, you know, don't control a strong man.
That's
a strong
true.
man can replace the woman.
Women rule the world, but pussy just manages.
Stop the cap. Do you think there was ever a time when pussy didn't run the world?
No. No, women's always been the neck of the foundation. The men is just the head. We draw shit.
Wouldn't that mean women always had power?
Yes, but men cannot accept women having power, so we just have to stand in the back and pretend that we don't have power and use a reverse psychology and just like pretend that we don't, because they like to say they right, so we just all right, and give you the idea, and then you just say, yeah, it's your idea. Okay.
So why are women complaining about past oppression if they always had pussy power?
They want equal rights, and that's
Damn,
bullshit.
son, where'd you find this?
Personally, I just think they kind of like are backwards in their reasoning on most things. You know what I mean? they want to feel a certain amount of power, and that's the only thing that they can kind of reach to say that they have this power over males. So,
do you think there was ever a time when pussy didn't run the world?
Probably not, no.
Wouldn't that mean that women always had power?
Yeah, they definitely did, but we just make men do all the, hard labor work.
Women
You
say
don't
they
make
want
us
equal
do
rights,
anything.
but then when a man talks to them the way they talk to another man, then they say, "Oh, you're offending me," or "Oh, you're doing this." But if you want equal rights and you want to be treated equally, then it has to be like always.
Yep.
Like it can't just be like,
Yep.
"Oh, I'm gonna put my hand on a man," and then like when he does it back, like, "Oh, I'm a woman." But you want equal rights, or you want to like put yourself in a man position, but then you don't want like the actions to come. But only actions you want is beneficial actions.
How many female-dominated industries can you think of that aren't related to...
Here we go with another one. Here goes another septum piercing, guys. Red flag. Something wrong with them. Let's get back to it.
Sex or beauty?
Not a lot, and that should change. Society said it.
Wait a minute.
Actions.
How many female-dominated industries can you think of that aren't related to sex or beauty?
Not a lot, and that should change. Society said it's set up for that.
How do we change that?
Great question. Let women take over. Change the mindset.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. What did I say? What I say? They always say something crazy. They always say something crazy, bro. Hold on, let's play that back.
How do we change that?
Great question. Let women take over.
No, absolutely not. Stop the cap.
Change the mindsets.
How many female-dominated industries can you think of that aren't related to sex or beauty?
Damn, you're fine as
Christina
hell.
Aguilera. She is my idol. Janis Joplin, she's my idol. I am a singer-songwriter, and they have never based sex off of their career because they are so talented to do that.
How many female-dominated industries can you think of that aren't related to sex or beauty?
not one.
Are men more likely to use power to get sex, or are women more likely to use sex to get power?
Ooh. I think women are more likely to use sex to get power.
What is the difference between sexually empowering women versus sexually objectifying women?
Clean My Mac.
Man,
It
right
has been
when
a
he asked
trusted
a good
app for more
question.
than 12 years since its launch. It allows you to
Women.
I personally don't think there is a difference. I think those are the same thing, one and the same. I think
Interesting.
they basically are. It's almost like if someone's using reverse psychology on you, like they want to be able to use your sexuality to advertise things. They want to be able to use your sexuality for whatever purpose that they twist the woman into. All they have to do is, it's kind of like in the Bible, they said, no, you should want to be like God, or the serpent said you could be like God. The woman falls into that very easily, so her head gets blown up. Call it
Damn,
empowerment.
son,
and she'll
where'd you
do
find
whatever
this?
she thinks is empowering.
So isn't it entirely subjective?
Yes, all of it.
Do you think the sexual empowerment of women in any way contributes to their own objectification?
Yes. I think it's all a trick to take advantage of them.
Most female-dominated industries are sex or beauty-related, correct?
Yes. That's the way things are right now. That should change.
Well, right, but why would women want to give up their power if they can use it to,
Because it shouldn't be the only power that we're able to hold in society.
Well, whether it should
When
or...
you don't give women a fair chance to gain power, they're going to do whatever it takes.
Well, is there anything stopping women from getting power any other way?
Yes, men.
Well, I mean, but men also give women their power, correct?
Not enough of it.
Well, obviously, if all
Not
the
in
men...
the ways it matters.
If all the men in the world were gay, how would women get power?
Because they're fucking women.
What does that mean?
They're strong and better than men.
Well, right, but I'm saying if women couldn't use sex to control men, then how would they get power?
Skip.
Women are more likely to use sex to get power.
What is the difference between sexually empowering women versus sexually objectifying women?
Okay, sexually empowering women would definitely mean like uplifting and like complimenting, like, "Ooh, girl, you look good, but not too close," you know, because it could easily be turned into, "Ooh, girl, you look too good." That's a whole lot of snack, and then now that's harassment. So there's a fine line in between the two.
Well, isn't it entirely subjective?
Subjective to your own intentions, yes. Like, so maybe your tone of voice or your implication in the fact, or however you were trying to come off at the matter, you know. So I think it all has to do with the subject to intention, right?
Men don't have a say in women's sex life.
Do you think the sexual empowerment of women in any way contributes to their own objectification?
No.
Does the fact that porn and OnlyFans exist prove that women are okay being objectified as long as they're getting paid?
No. It means that we can use our body the way that we want to without men's control.
Do you consider sex work to be real work?
Yes. Yes. And if you don't, you suck.
Why are women more accepting of women who can sell sex, but are less likely to accept a man who can buy it?
Because it's empowering to be able to do what you want with your body when you want to be able to do it.
But isn't that like shaming your own customers?
No.
Well, how can you be a victim of your own product?
Because it's my fucking body.
My body, my choice.
My body, my choice.
Why do women often claim victimhood by the very thing they use to empower themselves?
I believe in that question. I do believe that. Women they do that Me Too shit, and I don't believe in that. Like, you say you want to, like, empower yourself and then use this as, like, you know, like a beneficial factor, but then you claim victim, and I think it's just a money aspect.
Does the fact that porn and OnlyFans exist prove that women are okay being objectified as long as they're getting paid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you consider sex work to be real work?
No. Well, yeah, for porn stars and OnlyFans, because they get that dough. They're millionaires off OnlyFans.
Why is porn legal but prostitution isn't?
Tell me that. Why? And tell me this. Why can you go out and have sex with 20 million men for free and then nothing happens? But as soon as you want to put a price on your worth, it's illegal. Hello. That's the question.
Do you believe all adults have sexual needs?
Of course.
Of course. You couldn't
Buy
live
a
life.
vibrator.
You could not live life.
When you have auto glass damage, choose Safe Flight. We can come to you and replace your windshield.
Life without sex. It's impossible.
Should lonely men be expected to satisfy their sexual needs by watching porn?
Yes and no. If they're really desperate, then yes, but if they can wait for a woman, then they should not watch porn.
They can. If that's what they want, then I think that it should go that way. Or buy prostitutes.
If so, why would men still crave sex when porn is free and available all over the internet?
Because you don't get you know how long it takes for you to find the right porn?
Because women don't understand that men actually are more horny than women themselves.
Thank you.
And they actually need a sex life, otherwise they cannot function at all. And I know that because I've had like ex-boyfriends that cannot live without sex.
Thank you.
Do you consider sex work to be real work?
Not really, no.
But do you think most women consider sex work to be real work?
Yeah, the empowerment thing, trying to, make it sound like it's more than it is so that they can feel good about it kind of thing. But I don't believe it is real work at all.
Why are women more accepting of women who can sell sex but are less likely to accept a man who can buy it?
Ooh, that's a good question. More double standards. Just they don't like reality very much.
Isn't that shaming your own customers?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Isn't that like complaining about crackheads while you're selling crack?
Exactly the same, yeah.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
If prostitution was legal, do you think we'd have a better society?
Ooh.
I think we would.
Not really, to be honest with you. I can't say I think we'd be better as a society at all. Not really.
Yes, I do consider sex work is real work. We're the work of all time. We're going to last longer than any other industry. We've been here all before, okay? And we're still going to be here. When computers and everything take over, they're still going to want a physical woman to get it done, okay? We're going to be here.
If prostitution was legal, do you think we'd have a better society?
Yes.
Why?
Everybody would be happy.
Honestly, no, because I think we need to go back to old school values more so than this like do you boo boo type of thing.
Whoa! Did she just say that we need to go back to old school traditional values in 2022? Let's bring that back.
Honestly, no, because I think we need to go back to old school values more so than this like do you boo boo type of thing that's going on. I think it's more important to re-register ourselves with old school values, being committed, and you know, making that investment into each other and making that commitment, because it's scary, yeah, but it means something. It means a lot more.
Do you think the solution could be prostitution, the world's oldest institution?
Yes. I don't see anything wrong with prostitution as long as it's consensual, legal, and safe.
I think the solution is always prostitution, but it's a way of saying like that, because not prostitution is sex work. Because prostitution is like it's like a derogatory term, and it's meant to like say like people on the corner or like a less than person. Sex work is more like therapy, spending time, not just like that. Because it's not always that. It's more to. We're more than just that.
Well, what about when it's like done, you know, in brothels as opposed to streetwalkers?
Okay, so that's when they can put a price on it, then that's when it's okay. But it's like, you're not gonna tax me for my body. Like, how dare you try to tax me, or like I have to pay for your service, like, and I'm the one doing the service. Like, no, I do not believe in that. Like, no, how can you tax us for something that's done for free every fucking day? No.
Wouldn't relationships be built on love rather than sex and manipulation?
I think that the opposite would happen if prostitution was legalized.
Well, if a guy could get sex anytime he wanted, really easily, why would he need to be in a relationship for any reason other than love?
Because if you're in a relationship for love, you should be able to get sex anytime you want to and not find it elsewhere.
That ain't how it works.
I don't think any of the relationships are built on love anyway. Like, I think
it is okay to be so stressed and overwhelmed that you feel like you need to talk to someone about it. And by that, I mean going to therapy.
I think all of this is a big...
You should be able to get sex anytime you want to and not find it elsewhere.
See, the problem with that statement is, even though it sounds good, let's keep it real. That's not how reality works. You can't just get it whenever you want it, because if the woman says, I don't want you, then what are you supposed to do? Just sit there? So, no. It sounds good, but in reality, it doesn't happen that way.
I don't think any of the relationships are built on love anyway. Like, I think all of this is a big excuse. Like, we're making excuses just to go about this daily dance.
Wouldn't women be more accountable and make more effort to create loving relationships?
Yes, I believe so.
Wouldn't it remove any legal liabilities for men trying to get sex?
Yes.
Wouldn't it remove the possibility of rejection?
Yeah.
Wouldn't men be more fulfilled and less angry and violent?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be government regulated and generate tax revenue?
Yeah, like I mean, I heard it's certain places in, near Nevada and near in Las Vegas where they actually making tax money off of it. Hey, people gonna do it regardless. It's just gonna happen.
So can you think of any reasons not to legalize it?
No.
Do you think if prostitution was cheap and accessible, we'd have a better society?
Yes. Yes. And safe. Safer society. Because it would be included in law and protected by law.
So, don't...
Alright. I can already tell that he already set the stage to get them to contradict themselves on what they said earlier. I'm just gonna watch.
Women often look for sugar daddies and men often look for trophy wives?
Yes.
Don't women often look for sugar daddies and men look for trophy wives?
Yes.
Do you believe it's generally true men objectify women sexually while women objectify men financially?
Absolutely.
Isn't it generally true that men seek the hottest woman they can afford while women seek the richest man they can attract?
Definitely.
Don't men want trophy wives and women want sugar daddies?
That's the game.
So how is dating not just a loose form of prostitution?
That's all it is. It's prostitution in slow motion, low-key.
So then why would it be bad to legalize it if it's already happening?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you got me on that one, I guess. Yeah.
Why should men pay for the opportunity to maybe get sex instead of just paying for sex?
I know. Go with the sure thing. I would go with the sure thing instead of taking a woman out and spending $200 on dinner. You know, might as well just give her that $200 and get to it.
You're paying for the time and the woman's worth. You're not paying for an action or a
Man.
transaction.
But wouldn't the marketplace determine what the woman's worth is?
No, the woman determines her worth.
No.
Well, she can ask a certain price, but
Yeah, she can ask, and if he feels that she's valuable enough, then he will supply that demand.
wouldn't it end simping and shift the sexual marketplace to where women have to compete for the men?
I guess I don't really see how it does that.
Well, why should men pay for the opportunity to get sex instead of just paying for sex?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Yeah, it kind of swaps some power around a bit. I can see that.
Wouldn't it also flood the market and drive the prices down?
No.
Yes,
well,
it would.
obviously, you know, if you had just like an influx of women selling sex, there'd be a greater supply, right?
But who's to say there would be an influx?
Well, obviously, you know, look how many women are doing OnlyFans right now.
Yep.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, obviously, if
OnlyFans and prostitution is not the same thing.
Yes, it
selling
is.
your body for sex and selling your body not for sex are two totally different things.
But it's
However,
still, you're still cheap.
a woman should be able to do whatever she wants with her body, just like a man can.
It's still
so
cheap,
lastly,
though.
do you think if prostitution was cheap and accessible, there'd be less rape and sexual violence?
Yes.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but I think if men could be able to get it up a little bit more for women that are willing, there would be a lot less crime.
Do you think that grape is about sex or about power?
Power. Power and control.
So if grape isn't about sex, if it's all about power, why wouldn't evil men just assault women and not bother having sex with them?
But some do.
Right, but isn't it really all about power and also sex?
No, I feel like it's more about power and
Here we go with that.
control.
I feel like.
And
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problem.
and feeling like that you took something like that is just priceless, but you have that, like, that you did that and that you violate that person in that way, that you have some type of like that you have that over that person, like.
Right, but I mean, like, you know, whenever a guy would get robbed or mugged or beat up and stuff,
It's
why
different because
don't they have sex with
that's
men?
a valuable, that's like materialistic stuff. But when you like put a price on that and then it still gets taken, as like you're not only robbing me, but you're violating and doing that also. So it's like a combine of like violations.
Wouldn't men be more fulfilled and less angry and violent?
Yes.
Do you think there would be less rape and sexual assault?
Yes.
In some cases, men see someone who is a prostitute as a way to take out their frustrations because they're paying her.
Sure, but I mean, if it was done safely with brothels and regulated, then wouldn't that be less likely to happen?
Possibly, possibly not. It depends on how well the brothel is run as a
Right, but I'm
business.
saying, I mean, why would that be any more likely to happen than, you know, in just any normal monogamous relationship?
Very good point.
If you are putting a profit on it or you're not, there's always that sick individual that's still going to want to just take what's not theirs, even if it has a price on it.
I don't think it would eliminate it entirely, but you don't even think that it might even reduce the numbers? Wouldn't men be more fulfilled and less angry and violent?
Probably, that's possible, yeah.
Do you think there would be less rape and sexual assault?
Yes.
I think people are always going to do that off of some seeking power over someone else sort of thing. But yeah, if anyone who's been graping out of desperation, I think absolutely you have a solution there. But
don't you think it would reduce it at least?
Yeah, I mean, you would have an impact on some numbers, but yeah, you're always going to have somebody, like I said, trying to exercise power.
Sounds good to me. All right, okay, man. Shout out to Is Complicated for coming through with the fire compilation of street interviews called Solution is Prostitution. Alright, so first impressions of me watching this for the first time, he definitely came through, he definitely delivered. However, with this one, there was a lot more thoughts being provoked into having longer drawn out conversations about one specific topic, which I thought was cool. Cause his usual style of interviewing is where he'll get maybe a couple of responses and then he'll kind of branch chain them to lead to a bigger point. But with this one, he stuck to one topic and then he allowed the people to expound on it. And for the most part, they were pretty engaging in the conversation. I liked the conversation. I definitely agree with a lot of the points that he was making. Well, as a matter of fact, I agree pretty much with everything he says. Pretty much. Because, I mean, if it's coming from a standpoint of logic and reasoning, then I'm always going to side with logic and reasoning. You know what I mean? I don't go off of feelings and what could, should, or would be. I just go off of what is. You know what I mean? And based on how this video was laid out with some of the responses I was hearing, some of them, a bunch of cap, didn't make any sense. But he framed his arguments in a way to where he eventually got them to come around and understand the logic and get on his program in terms of his conclusion with his deductive problem solving and his reasoning. So kudos to you, Is Complicated. You always working wonders out here, man. Overall, great video, great conversation, great compilation of street interviews. You didn't have random people coming in trying to derail the conversation. You didn't have people getting in their feelings, throwing out insults, using sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. You know, you had good, honest conversations with people that were open-minded to accept a perspective that's different than their own. And it made for a really great video. So once again, shout out to you, sir. And with that being said, that's pretty much my reaction, man. So if you like the video, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section, man. It's your boy AnonymousBased. Peace.
Walked in, heads turned. She had a body that wouldn't quit. I mean, she is the shit. And coming up was her main concern. Whenever she walked past you, your mouth would just drop. So if you ain't got no loot, yo, just set you up with the cops, cause you can't hang. You can't hang out. You can't hang.